Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a look back at the lives and heartbreaking passings of famous individuals who made a lasting impact on the world, but were taken too soon due to complications related to HIV/AIDS. Behind the bright lights and glamorous stages are painful stories and losses that shocked the world. This isn't just a tribute, it's also a reminder of how fragile life can be, and the importance of raising awareness about this global disease. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Eazy-E, the godfather of gangsta rap, and his tragic death from AIDS-related complications. Eric Lynn Wright, better known as Eazy-E, was more than just a rapper. He was a cultural icon who helped shape an entire genre. As the founding member of the legendary rap group NWA, Eazy-E played a pivotal role in introducing gangsta rap to mainstream audiences, offering an unfiltered glimpse into the harsh realities of life in Compton. With his raw delivery, rebellious persona, and sharp business sense, he quickly rose to become one of the most influential figures in hip-hop during the late 80s and early 90s. But behind the spotlight and the fame, Eazy-E's life would come to a shocking and untimely end. In February 1995, Eazy-E was hospitalized with what initially seemed to be asthma-related symptoms. Just weeks later, he stunned fans and the media by announcing that he had been diagnosed with HIV, a revelation that carried a heavy stigma at the time. Less than a month after his diagnosis became public, Eazy-E passed away from AIDS-related complications at just 30 years old. His sudden death sent shockwaves through the hip-hop world and sparked a deeper awareness of the AIDS epidemic, particularly within the Black community and among young people across America. Eazy-E's death was an irreplaceable loss to contemporary music. Many fans, fellow artists, even those who had feuded with him like Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, publicly mourned his passing and acknowledged his immense contributions to hip-hop culture. Though he was often criticized for promoting violent and controversial lyrics, Eazy-E was undeniably a pioneer who gave a voice to the voiceless and shined a light on life in neglected urban neighborhoods. His passing served as a wake-up call, challenging the stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS and encouraging more open conversations about the disease. Nearly 3 decades after Eazy-E's passing, his name and legacy still resonate. Many young artists continue to be influenced by his uncompromising style and spirit. His story also serves as a reminder of life's fragility and the importance of awareness and prevention when it comes to HIV/AIDS. Eazy-E wasn't just the godfather of gangsta rap. He became a symbol of caution for all of us. How do you think his legacy has shaped music today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Renato Russo, the voice of Brazilian rock and his silent battle with the disease of the century. Renato Russo, born Renato Manfredini Jr., remains one of the most influential artists in the history of Brazilian music. As the lead singer and frontman of the iconic rock band Legião Urbana, he captivated audiences not just with his powerful vocals, but also with his deep, poetic lyrics that reflected the social and political unrest of his time. Renato was more than just a singer. He was the voice of a generation of youth searching for identity, freedom, and meaning during Brazil's turbulent 1980s and early 1990s. His relentless creativity and soulful expression left a permanent mark on the hearts of fans across the country. Yet behind the stage lights and roaring applause, Renato Russo faced a silent battle, a personal war against HIV/AIDS. It's believed that he contracted the virus in the late 1980s, but he kept his health condition private for years. Throughout that time, he continued to write, record, and perform with an unmatched passion, as if each song was a personal message wrapped in melody. Behind the scenes, he was fragile and alone, yet fiercely resilient in the face of a disease that was slowly taking its toll on his body. Renato Russo passed away on October 11, 1996, at the age of 36, due to complications related to AIDS. His death sent shockwaves through Brazil, leaving the nation grieving the loss of a brilliant artist taken far too soon. For many, his passing wasn't just a personal loss. It was a wake-up call about the devastating reality of HIV/AIDS. At a time when stigma and misinformation were still widespread, Renato's death forced society to confront the truth about the epidemic. He carried the burden of his illness quietly, but in death, his silence spoke volumes. Nearly 3 decades after his passing, Renato Russo's music and legacy continue to live on in the hearts of fans. Songs like Tempo Perdido, Pais e Filhos, and Há Tempos are not just classic hits, but deeply personal reflections on life, time, and the human experience. Renato was more than just an artist. He was a symbol of passion, introspection, and raw honesty. His life story serves as a reminder of fate's fragility and the dangers of silence when confronting HIV/AIDS. Though he left us quietly, his voice still echoes through generations. What impact do you think Renato Russo's music has had on Brazilian rock and beyond? Let us know in the comments. Bayard Rustin, pioneering civil rights activist, passes away due to complications from HIV/AIDS. Bayard Rustin was one of the greatest architects of the American civil rights movement, dedicating his life to justice, peace, and equality for all. Born on March 17, 1912, Rustin was a brilliant organizer, a master strategist, and a powerful source of inspiration for generations of activists. He was the key figure behind the 1963 March on Washington, a historic event where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. However, as an openly gay man in a time of widespread prejudice, Rustin was often sidelined and denied the recognition he truly deserved. Despite this, he never allowed obstacles to deter him. Rustin worked tirelessly to advance human rights movements worldwide, from fighting racial segregation in South Africa to advocating for political reform in Haiti. Deeply influenced by Mahatma Gandhi, he championed nonviolent resistance as a powerful tool for societal change. In his later years, he became an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, emphasizing the undeniable parallels between the struggles for racial justice and those for sexual identity and freedom. Tragically, his extraordinary life of activism was cut short by an illness that, at the time, was heavily stigmatized and widely misunderstood. On August 24, 1987, Bayard Rustin passed away due to complications from HIV/AIDS. His death was a tremendous loss, not only to those who had fought alongside him, but also to everyone who believed in freedom and equality. In the 1980s, as the AIDS epidemic swept through communities amid fear and discrimination, Rustin's passing highlighted the injustices that many LGBTQ+ individuals faced. Nevertheless, Bayard Rustin's legacy has not been forgotten. In the decades that followed, his contributions to the civil rights movement have been increasingly recognized and honored. In 2013, President Barack Obama posthumously awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Today, his name is celebrated in movements for equality, remembered in history books, and cherished by those who continue to fight for justice. Though Rustin is no longer with us, his ideas and fearless activism continue to inspire generations. What do you think his legacy means for society today? Share your thoughts in the comments. Robert Reed. From television's iconic father to a silent battle with AIDS. For decades, Robert Reed was a familiar face on television, beloved by millions for his role as the ideal father, Mike Brady, on the classic family sitcom The Brady Bunch. Born on October 19, 1932, Reed was a highly trained actor with a strong theatrical background, having studied at Northwestern University and the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. Though The Brady Bunch made him a household name, he showcased his versatility in numerous television and stage productions throughout his career. However, behind the image of the warm and wise father figure was a man grappling with deep personal struggles, forced to conceal his true identity in an era when openness could mean the end of a career. Although he never publicly acknowledged his sexuality during his lifetime, those close to Reed knew that he struggled with maintaining a public persona that did not reflect his reality. This internal conflict contributed to his occasional frustration with the role of Mike Brady, a character he felt was overly idealized and lacked depth. Despite his artistic differences with the show, Reed deeply cared for the young cast of The Brady Bunch, becoming a mentor and lifelong friend to many of them even after the series ended. Tragically, Robert Reed's life was cut short by a disease that carried heavy stigma at the time. On May 12, 1992, he passed away due to complications related to HIV/AIDS, a fact that only became public after his death. His official death certificate listed colon cancer as the primary cause, but his doctor later confirmed that AIDS had severely weakened his immune system, making it impossible for his body to fight the illness. His passing was not only a loss to those who cherished the Brady Bunch, but also a sobering reminder of the silence and fear that many in his generation endured when facing the AIDS epidemic. However, Robert Reed's legacy continues to live on. For millions of fans, he remains the warm, compassionate father figure on screen, delivering heartfelt life lessons to generations of viewers. For the LGBTQ+ community, his story serves as a reminder of the struggles faced by gay actors in Hollywood and the ongoing fight for equality and acceptance. Though his life was marked by secrecy and personal struggles, Reed left an undeniable impact, and his memory endures in the hearts of those who appreciate his talent and contributions. Do you have any favorite memories of Robert Reed's performances? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And that brings us to the end of our look back at these talented lives lost to complications from HIV/AIDS. Their stories are not just moments of sadness, but reminders of life's fragility and the importance of awareness surrounding this disease. Hopefully, these stories inspire us to appreciate what we have and spread compassion to those affected. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.